Well, good morning, boys. It's another glorious day, and today I am going on a BMX trip. The Merit team and us are driving down to Richmond, Virginia, and so today's topic I thought I'd talk about BMX trips, getting ready for them, things you have to do, the mentality, the checklist, the scrounging up enough money so you're not the poor broke bum that's scrounging around for food. I've been taking BMX trips so long and been going so many places over the last 25 years that I have seen it and done it all. I've gone from going on a BMX trip for 12 days on $60, and I've gone on a BMX trip for 10 days and I brought my whole rent check, and then of course I spent that whole fucking thing. So rent was late that month, baby. But I wanted to do a thing on just talking about going on BMX trips and how exhausting, how fun they can be, how boring they can be, how bad they can be, how good they can be. And just wanted to go from, the basics when you're going shopping for stuff, got to have all the essentials, your shampoos, toothbrush, deodorant, cologne. Well, nowadays we don't use cologne. We just go to the dollar store and buy Axe spray. Just spray the shit out of yourself. And just all those things that you need. I personally, the older I've gotten with these trips, the more I've realized the things that are essential for me. Like, no longer, no more am I not going to bring a towel. I bring a fucking towel every single time I go on a trip now. Using other people's towels is the grossest shit in the world. And usually when you go on a BMX trip and you're going to a BMX house, I hate saying it, but BMX houses are gross. They're the most disgusting, foul, nasty. Dudes are gross. I can't do it. I'm OCD. Call me a girl. Call me a Nancy. Call me a pretty boy. Call me whatever you want. I use clean towels, okay? I'm not using a towel where somebody wiped their balls and their ass on it, and I got to put my face and my balls and ass on it, okay? Your balls and my balls are two different things, okay? I don't know where your balls have been. I know where my balls have been. So wiping some other man's balls on my face is not something I'm into. Another thing that you need to get is one of these bad boys. This right here is one of those travel bags. I cannot tell you that if you don't own one of these, something's wrong with you. Look at this. Look at this. Got my initials in it, baby. RRL. Make sure you get one of these travel bags. They're the best. I also recommend get yourself a nice trusty backpack. It's got everything. I've had this backpack for like 10 years. It's got the side pockets for where I put all my shampoo. And then it's got a top pocket. At the top, I like to put my chargers, my wallet, my extra glasses. I always make sure that I bring my glasses case. And I also bring like an extra form of ID. And the reason I bring an extra form of ID, if any of you guys travel a lot, losing your ID sucks ass. And sometimes, it doesn't happen too often, you can get robbed. I remember going to Vancouver, Canada, and being stupid, I left my wallet in my fucking bag, and someone broke into our hotel room and stole everything. Stole everyone's bags, stole a few bikes, robbed the fuck out of us. We went to go enjoy Vancouver and do the tourist stupid thing, came back to the hotel room, and we got robbed. And later on, we figured it out. It was the bellman. The bellman was just watching us, waiting for us to leave, and then he just went in there and stole everything from us. But I always make sure that I carry an extra form of ID on me, and I always try to come prepared. Like, obviously, this one trip that I'm going on is for work, So I have work helping me out with this, but if it was something that was on my own, I always try to have like an extra credit card with me or extra couple bucks stashed inside my bag just in case. Because let me tell you this, being 900 miles away from where you live and being stranded and having no gas money because you lost it or you got robbed, or being young and dumb, you blow all your money the first day on food and buying clothes and shoes because you're somewhere different, you want to start spending, sucks ass. And I don't know how many times I can count off the top of my head like probably 10 times that I've been stranded somewhere where the cars broke down, or I ran out of money for gas, or I don't have money, or usually it's getting pulled over too. That's the other thing, is drive the speed limit. I don't know how many times I've gotten tickets and gotten pulled over and been harassed by cops. And what I mean by harassed by cops is in Montana, from Great Falls, Montana to Spokane, Washington, is the drug cartel. It's like a drug cartel, fucking drug trafficking highway line, because Great Falls, Montana has a huge problem with meth. So drug dealers come from Washington and drive through there. So getting pulled over by the ICE, if you guys don't know who that is, it's like the feds, but it's just for drugs. I'm telling you, getting pulled over by them is a 4-hour ordeal. 2 police dogs, 4 cop cars. Your face gets put in the dirt. They handcuff you. They strip your whole car apart. And then by the end of it, they don't find any fucking drugs. So the joke's on them. But always just make sure that you come prepared, because if you're not prepared, anything can happen. Another thing is kind of the mental thing, like say today's August 22nd. Say that September 30th, you and your friends are getting together. You guys are going to drive and go on a BMX trip. You're going to go to a jam. You're going to go see some friends. You're going to go find new things. You're going to go spot searching. What have you not? The best thing to do for that is make sure you have everything prepared. You have money, you have food, you have clothing, you have extra things. That part is essential. But the other part is mentally. Just tell yourself you're not going on this trip. Don't get yourself all hyped up. Don't get jacked for it. And the other thing is don't do this one. And maybe I'm just psychotic, is, oh, well, I can't really ride or go ham or really ride because if I get hurt, then I can't go on this trip. No matter what, you're going to get fucking hurt if you think that way. I'm just telling you straight up, because you're going to be overcautious, and when you're riding, you're going to do something fucking stupid because you're not loose. You're not just allowing yourself to do that. So don't get caught up in that mind game thing of being like super excited. Everyone's excited to go somewhere. Trust me. But I've just learned over the years to forget the fact, okay, cool, I'm going on a trip. It's going to happen. I'm just going to ride my bike. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to have a good time until the time comes. Then I'll go. Maybe it's good to take a couple days break before you go, because you know that however long you're going to go, you're going to be riding harder and longer than you would if you were normally at home. So these are just kind of weird things that I come up with. Always make sure you have an extra pair of shoes. All right, we ride BMX, okay? Majority of you guys don't have brakes. You're going to go through your shoes. You're going to rip the shit out of them. And let me tell you, spending $40 to $50 on a pair of shitty-ass Vans or whatever you're going to go buy is the worst thing in the world. So bring an extra pair of shoes. Make sure you bring your toothbrush, deodorant, towel. Towel is the most essential thing. Like I said, you don't want to wipe somebody else's balls on your face, okay? Make sure you got a towel. And also make sure, this sounds crazy, but make sure you got extra BMX parts. That's another thing. I mean, it's great to go and support local bike shops if you break a part and you have to do that, but to save yourself money, because you need gas and food, and that's the most important thing, is gas and food. So just make sure that you bring a couple extra parts, bring some tubes, bring some tires, bring a chain, and make sure you bring a tool bag. Tool bags are so, oh God, make sure you bring your tool bag. Another thing too is do a community like cash box. A lot of times when I have a lot of friends with me, I always tell them this. I'm like, hey, look, I got this jar. Here's the deal. Everybody put their change, and if you have dollars, you have to put your dollars in this bucket. And by the end of this bucket, you'll have like $80, $60. And that's good enough for two full tanks in gas, or you guys can go out to eat. It's just good to have something that's emergency. I don't know how many times that I've had to live off of that jar. Just weird things that are like that sound crazy are really good for yourself. And also, if you have a girlfriend, prepare for that, okay? If you have a wife, prepare for that. That's another problem is I don't know how many guys out there have women and they do the, hey, I'm going on a BMX trip, and the woman's like, oh, okay, when you going? I'm leaving in 10 minutes. That's not good, dude. It's not good for a relationship. It's not good for your fucking friends. Nobody wants to be riding their bikes and listen to you be like, oh, my fucking girlfriend's mad at me, man. I don't know what I did wrong. And the other thing is, it's fucking annoying hearing you complain about her. And it's even more annoying having her call all fucking day long because your stupid ass didn't plan in time. So if you know you're going on a trip, tell your spouses, tell your girlfriend, tell the friend, tell the person that you're sleeping with what you're doing. Don't waste all of our time with your stupid immaturity. Nobody wants to hear your girlfriend yelling at you all day long, which in turn ruins our fun. Nobody gives a shit about that. Get your shit straight. Also, don't do this one. Don't tell your parents, if you're younger, that, hey, I'm going on a BMX trip and I'm leaving with so and so and we're going to go here, and then it turns out you're going with Jimmy Jom Jom, and Jimmy Jom Jom smokes weed and drinks and parties, and your parents don't like him. Just tell him, hey, I'm going to go on a trip. I'm going here. Jimmy John John's going to be a part of it. We're doing this. Get all of that stuff prepared beforehand. Because let me tell you, everybody on a trip doesn't want to put up with your parents bitching and complaining and ruining things. That's just the other thing. Also, do a car check. Make sure you got your oil changed, you know, check tire pressure, make sure you got a spare tire and you got tools to fix the spare tire. There's all these weird checklists and things like that, but I'm telling you, it's very important. And the last thing that I need to tell you that's important, just have fun, all right? Don't get discouraged, don't get upset, don't go because, you know, your friend John's gonna bring fucking Tim and you fucking hate Tim. Who cares, all right? Go there, have a good time. You're leaving where you're from. Just enjoy it. That's what BMX is about, man. It's about grabbing your friends, getting on your bikes, having no worries, no job, nothing to do, and just riding your fucking bike, man. Going out and having the best time of your life. Oh, yeah, by the way, don't be a dumbass like me and quit your job to go on some stupid trip that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I'll be very honest with you. Me, when it came to preparing for a trip, I would usually, if someone said, hey, you want to go to California, which is 23 hours from where I used to live, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. And they'd be like, do you have to work? I'm like, fuck it, I'll quit. You can't do that, all right? You can't just on the drop of a dime quit your job, all right? We're responsible. Be adults. Have a good fucking time. Just go out with your friends, man. Make some memories. Bring your phone. Take photos. Film the fuck out of it. Have the best time of your life. And just remember, BMX is short, man. I go back and I lived 20 years ago and I had the best time of my life. And now I'm going on BMX trips and I'm an old salty fart. And they're not as exciting as before, maybe because I lived them, but they are exciting. And I need to do that for myself. So I can't be a hypocrite and tell you guys, oh, we'll go and have fun and do this. And at the same time, I'm like, oh, well, no, I need to have fun too. So I wanted to make this video, talk about a little bit of things with what you needed to prepare for, what goes on, you know, antics, just the whole 9 yards. There's just so many things with trips. And I think I'm probably gonna make a video on trips that I've had and experiences and getting pulled over by the police, getting arrested. Oh my God. Oh, I can remember driving 125 miles an hour and getting pulled over by a police officer, which took him 10 minutes because I was driving 125. But at this time, Montana had no speed limit, so it was totally legal, but it's not legal after a certain time, and you could only go 100 miles an hour. You couldn't go above it at a certain time. Anyway, that's another story. So, if you guys like this, or you guys have BMX trips and things have happened, or you guys think I forgot about talking about something, leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Also, thanks to everybody that supports me. Thanks for sharing all my videos. Thanks for giving me ideas. Thanks for giving me tips. Dustin, not Justin, thanks for always telling me there's something I should work on, because guys, I want to get better at this. I want to get perfect. I want to make these things fun. I want to make these exciting. I want you guys to be like, damn, I can't wait for the next episode or the next webisode or whatever the fuck I'm calling these. I want you guys to be excited for me to drop the next one. And I have no idea what I'm doing. None. Like I've told you guys before, I just grab my phone, I turn it on, I start talking, and these happen. So, like, subscribe, comment. If you guys don't like this, you guys know my name is Spencer Foreskin, or Foreman, or whatever his name is. Go ahead and dislike the shit out of this. And thanks, guys. Have a glorious morning. Oh, this is hot chocolate, by the way. And have a good one, guys.